On this episode, with masks being a thing again, I end up staying in the studio.
Which makes me wonder, will we have enough to talk about?
We always have enough to talk about when I'm in the studio. You can put 3 subjects up there and I can make that last 3 hours. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of things. The first half will be a lot of the stuff that we have done.
Kind of like Potted Potter, a minor league baseball game, going to a movie. Hey, wait a minute. That's the stuff you did.
Yeah, but we also talk about stuff that you did. You went to a garden and you took people tubing and you went to Chili's and stuff.
Yeah, stuff. Hey, let's get this stuff started.
All right, so there's that. Darn it. Well, that sucks. All right, so that was a failed attempt at making all of this work because we never have a chance to check it.
Correct.
Otherwise.
Because you're already on the road and you're there.
Yeah, well, so today I was supposed to go downtown, but for those of you who may or may not know, mask mandates have come back.
Yep.
Mask mandates are back. And because the mask mandates are back, I just didn't feel comfortable going down there first weekend where they're back down there. I think I need to sit up a little higher.
Well, there's nothing wrong with you being short. Because then we can sing this song. Short people got no reason to.
Nobody. Short people got no reason to live. Yeah, that's Randy Newman.
Yep.
Right. Send all those cards and letters to Randy Newman. Well, that's a bummer that it almost worked but didn't work. You couldn't hear me.
Yes.
So that'll be a problem. Everything else worked except for that. So that's kind of a bummer. But one of the things that opened up was movie theaters again. And I don't know if you've seen, since everybody bought AMC for Wall Street Bets, did you know if you own AMC movie theater, you can get like 52% off your movie ticket and a free tub of popcorn?
No.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how you go and you show that, but that is one of the things that they were offering.
I would assume that, you're as a member, you have a code or something.
Where you just bring your stock and show them your stock certificate. Yeah. Or here's my E-Trade. Look.
Yeah.
I got 1 share of AMC. That's all you need.
I do. That's right.
That's all you need. That is not AMC, but that is a investment strategy. Disclaimer, all the views and opinions rated here are not meant to be done as financial advice. These are just the opinions of Steve and Scott and the crazy thing that they don't know on the Don't Know Show. So please use this as entertainment only. But an investment strategy is get a bunch of companies that pay dividends, like the highest dividend payers, and just invest in those companies.
Sure.
Yeah. So there's that. So one of the things we talk about is the pictures behind us and places we've been going. So I will get back to Harry Potter in a bit, which I don't think I've even started with Harry Potter.
No, you haven't. I just found it interesting that the caps lock was on.
Yeah, well, you typed it, not me.
I didn't type Harry Potter.
But what's behind you, Harry Potter?
What's behind me? Is
that a community garden?
No, the place that I picked up the girls that went tubing on Saturday. This is they're the house where I picked them up. And this is one of the most beautiful raised gardens I have ever seen.
At this person's house?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yep. The mom was out there tending it. Well, the father was out there too. But actually, that's the father in the back doing stuff back here. The mom, you can't see because she's behind here, but she's in that area.
Huh.
But I got a chance to chat with them because the girls weren't ready. So it was so cool because this is what I wanted to do. But one, it's not cheap. 2, you still got to keep up with it. It's just that it's easy to keep up with it because it's above the ground. But the lady was telling me that they had to put a fence around it because even with the raised beds, the rabbits would jump up there and then dig into the gardens to have the babies.
Really? So they put their nests in there. That's not good. What is wrong with this thing?
Right, okay. Google? You just jump right on up there.
What is wrong with Google?
Well, I've heard a lot of things wrong about them. I've also
I can't drag tabs apart on my upper screen.
Oh, I had no problem doing it. I just did it.
Not making me happy here.
Well,
Not working for me for some reason.
You know what
that
means.
I because I couldn't do it. I forgot what I was trying to do. All right, so that's cool. So I got a patio and a grill and a garden. Nice.
It was. And you can sort of see if you look through here, they have a channel running along here that goes right into the lake.
Oh, wow. So is that where they went tubing? You drove them all the way down there?
No, that's where we started. We took them to the Sugar River for tubing. So different kind of tubing. Do you remember when we used to go up to the Wisconsin Dells and we'd sit in the lazy river? It's kind of like that, only it's not clean because it's a river.
Yeah, it's a little more rapidy.
But no, it was really slow because we're in a drought. So it normally takes 3 to 3.5 hours. It took them 4.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Much slower with a drought.
So that was good.
Yeah, I got an extra hour overtime.
I don't understand what's going on with well, I'll have to redo all my computers later. We'll talk about that later too. We got a story about everything we're talking about now, but we just haven't got to it yet.
No,
so we're still on the beginning of the show. So you're going to have to watch Twitch because I cannot, for some reason, get Twitch to open up.
You got so used to being out and about that you completely forgot how to do the old stuff.
No. Seriously?
No, we're being facetious.
No, what happened? So what happened was.
What happened, Steve?
Did I tell you I had a power outage in my house?
No, you did not.
All right. So I had a power outage in my house.
Okay.
And the problem with the power outage was it was the lights in my bathroom, the fan in my bathroom, not the outlets in the bathroom. It was the lights in my daughter's bathroom, the fan in my daughter's bathroom.
Okay.
But not the outlets in the bathroom.
So you did not really have a power outage. You had a power snafu.
Okay.
Because an outage is like from a storm, no power at all. You're usually for the whole block or the whole neighborhood.
It was right after we had one of our rains.
Right.
So.
We had 4 tornadoes.
Really?
Yep.
All right, what's going on here? I'm trying to watch, but the broadcasters indicated this channel is intended for mature audiences.
That is correct. And do you know why?
I still want to watch it.
Because young people wouldn't be able to keep up with us.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's that. I feel short today. I don't know. All right, what was I saying?
Something about a power outage that wasn't really an outage.
Yeah. So then the 2 outlets in my garage are out.
Okay.
So I can't figure out, but 2 outlets in the garage are working.
Okay.
So flipped all the circuit breakers back. They're all working. So we know there's a ground fault somewhere tripped. So I have a ground fault in the bathroom downstairs.
That would make sense.
Tripped that, untripped that one. That wasn't it. Had a ground fault in the kitchen, but then there's another ground fault a foot next to it. So there's a ground fault here, and then there's a ground fault here.
Okay.
So I've got the sink, then you turn and you go to the stove, and there's 2 ground faults on the one wall, right next to each other.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, so I reset both of those. So I'm like, that's not it. So the search was on. We finally found it. There was another ground fault in the garage. And it was tripped.
I was going to say laundry room.
And it was tripped. But what a weird way to wire your house. The outlets in your garage are tied to the upstairs bathroom and fan lights.
Yeah, and well, it makes perfect sense to me.
Okay. No, it definitely wasn't. So we always say go down to whathappened.world down there.
Yeah, but we say that at the end when it actually says that.
I think our webpage is FUBAR right now.
It is. I don't know what's going wrong. It keeps nothing's going to it, even though it says it is. I haven't been able to figure it out because I've been swamped. I got basically a month and a half more, and then things slow down really fast.
I am sure that one of our uploads or something changed it because it's not even right anymore.
I know, it's really weird.
Powered by YouTube Buddy, 350 uploads milestone. Did you see that?
I put it up there.
Oh, you put that up there.
Yes.
Oh, I'll bet you that's what screwed up the pages then.
No, That happened a long time ago, almost a year ago.
Oh, did that?
Yeah.
September 19, 2020 was a year ago? Wow.
Almost. It's August already. One more month. So it's 11 months ago.
Yeah. So like our last show was like January or something. It's kind of weird.
Yes, it is.
I stopped posting stuff. How about with the podcasts? Those stop going up too?
Yes. Yep. I got them to go up a little bit, some of them to go back in, and then everything stopped again.
Yeah. Genuine positivity is not there yet. Contact, is that still working? Yeah, the contact's still working. Let's see about the about. Can you still get in there and can connect to our Instagram? No. My Instagram is your Instagram.
Okay, that's kind of odd.
Yeah, if you click on my Instagram, it goes to your Instagram. So I got a feeling that when you were in there clicking around one time, you must have been like on a lag or something and dragged stuff to other pages. Because, yeah, your Instagram's on my page. And
yeah, I noticed that our show page was kind of wonky too.
Yeah.
So I fixed that. Well,
you can get to my Instagram if you click on what happened.world or what happened to Las Vegas Instagram.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if you go there, you can get to it. And I am posting again because you can see I've been out doing stuff.
Yes, you have.
So this weekend, I went to the picture behind me, the Las Vegas, well, not this weekend, during the week, Las Vegas ballpark on Thursday.
Yes, during the storms. Yes, yep, folks, it is a desert, but
and it's raining like crazy here, folks. It is pouring. We are at flash flood, and we're flash flood watch again tonight.
Sure. Which
so that's why I didn't want to get
weird because
downtown.
It's all sand. So wouldn't the water just go whoop, right through the sand and be gone?
Where's it sand at?
You're in a desert.
It's not sand. It's not sand.
What is
it? We're not in that kind of desert.
Oh.
We're in hard clay and caliche.
Ew, caliche? That sounds like a disease.
It's when I start making up words. So caliche is the thing you don't want to have in your backyard when they go to dig an underground pool, because the price of digging your underground pool will go up by $4,000 to $6,000 if you have caliche. Caliche is like cement. So if they start digging down, it's like digging through cement.
Interesting. Isn't that what dynamite's for?
So think about that, Scott. If you had hard clay and cement and you were in a valley, like a big bowl, what do you think happens to the rain?
It searches for Cocoa Krispies?
Yes. I want to guess Cocoa Krispies. What does it do?
It makes Cocoa Krispies soggy.
Right. So that means it washes all your landscaping out onto the street and turns the street what color?
Ooh. Chocolatey.
Very good. See how smart you are?
I like it.
Yes. So our streets are all chocolatey with rocks and mud all over them. And it doesn't soak in. It just sinks straight or just goes straight to the bottom. But yeah, so all right. So I went there. You went there. What else did you do? We'll alternate stories. What else did you do?
Well, I went and explored the local area while they were on the river and found a cool sandwich place called Rock and Rolls with a Z. They made me a little pizza that was really, really nummy. So kudos to them. I told them I was going to
So Rock and Roll sandwiches in...
Yes. There's 3 of them, but the one I went to is in Broadhead. Apparently there's 3 of them. The other one, I saw the second.
All owned by the same guy?
It's a family. Yes, they own.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
All right. So Rock and Roll sandwiches. You have to check that out.
They have sandwiches, pizza, and ice cream. That's pretty much what they do.
That's the big 3.
And it's ice cream from the college, the UW Badger ice cream.
The ice cream college?
Kind of, sort of. It's University of Wisconsin-Madison. But
the ice cream college.
Yeah, they have a huge dairy thing there, and they make ice cream and they sell it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was really good too.
Pretty fresh then.
It was very fresh.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fresh, we talked last week. I would talk about going to Harry Potter and going and seeing Harry Potter called Potted Potter. And Potted Potter is a legit thing. You can go search it up on the web at Potted Potter. I think is their sign. But yeah, I went and I saw Potted Potter. It's a 2-man show, and they do all 7 books in 70 hilarious minutes. And did you watch the Harry Potter series or read the book?
Of course we did.
Okay. What did you think of 1, 2, 3, and 4?
We thought they were great.
Okay. What did you think of 5, The Prisoner of Azkaban?
Okay, we enjoyed all of them. The only thing is it started to get a little darker, but it sort of made sense if you knew.
So 5, it did get weird, different.
Yes.
Well, so did this, from being funny to being a little more strange.
Well, that would make sense because it did get strange.
Yeah. So I'm like, my critique of it is it kind of follows the story.
Isn't that what it's supposed to do?
Right? Was it 4 where he has to go find his pieces of his soul to kill Voldemort?
I don't remember the order of how it goes.
Horcrux crux, right? The crux.
The
what is it?
You know what the worst part is? I've had some time at night and I've been pissed off that there's nothing to watch. I should have just watched the series again from the beginning.
Yeah, could have. I think it's on Peacock right now for free.
That's another thing we'll talk about if we end up having time at the end of the show.
What's that? Peacock
I am
for free?
really, really upset with Prime right now.
Why? What'd they do?
All the movies that are available for free are, I shouldn't say all, 95% of them are obscure and make no sense. The ones that I'm used to seeing on TV for free,
they're the ones you'll pay for. Duh.
So I'm got to look into Netflix because I was told that Netflix literally has thousands of movies available all the time.
Yeah, it's too bad that you can't get whatchamacallit.
We might actually pay for Disney Plus.
T-Mobile. Because T-Mobile you get it for free you get Netflix for free, I think. It's either Netflix or Hulu.
Okay.
I don't have that. Maybe they don't have that anymore. But whatever. But the Philosopher's Stone, good. Chamber of Secrets, good. Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire getting weird. Order to Phoenix. Is that the one where you would have had to go around and find all this stuff? I don't remember. But I kind of lost interest in the Harry Potter things around 5 anyways.
We love them all to the end.
Right. And then Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows. And that's kind of where I lost interest in the Potted Potter was around 5.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was still good. I mean, it was funny, but I'm like, it's Harry Potter. It's Star Wars with magic wands instead of lightsabers.
Yes.
So yeah. So I was like, I'm like, okay, whatever. And then, have you been to movies lately, or are you movie?
No, we were considering going today, but again, all of a sudden everything's getting weird again.
Yeah. So Jungle Cruise. Now
yes.
you could have had it on Disney, but you still got to pay extra.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, pretty good. Let's see. It starts off with him actually doing like a Jungle Cruise. Like he is a Jungle Cruise guy on the Amazon doing the Jungle Cruise with all the bad jokes, which is one of the things that the Jungle Cruise is known for.
Yes.
Is the bad jokes, and he's got these setups and all this stuff, just like the Jungle Cruise at Disney. So I'm not ruining anything for the movie. So I thought that was pretty good to pay homage to the ride like that.
Yes.
That was really good. But now here's spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this, tune out for 30 seconds. When I go like this, not you. When I go like this, that means you can turn the audio back on, or I'll go like that. So here it is. Spoiler. Guess what? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is actually integral to the part of the story of why the Jungle Cruise and what she's there to get, what the scientist is there to get. No kidding. Like you saw it coming a mile away. As soon as they start describing the backstory of what she's trying to find, boom, then you're like, oh, well, then of course The Rock is this. And sure enough, boom, that's what it turns out to be. So that was cool. Okay.
Well, it's like all the Hallmark movies. You know exactly how things are going to progress. All the way to the end.
So on Netflix right now, there's a TV show called Jericho.
Okay.
And it only had 2 seasons, got canceled. Well, it got canceled after the first season. Then the fans wrote a bunch of letters and they brought it back.
Okay.
And then it got canceled after the second season. So, yeah, because nobody watched it.
I'll tell you something. There's been a lot of good shows that have been canceled that I don't understand why they were canceled. And there's shows out there that just keep going that, in my opinion, suck so bad.
But it's because they got viewers for some reason. But if you go to if Jericho would have got picked up by Hallmark, bam.
Yeah.
Bam. It would have been it's totally a hit like that. Look, I'm eating you.
What the heck is that?
Sugar.
Oh, yes, Airheads. Airheads. What flavor is the white one? White mystery. It's one of those. Drives me freaking crazy. And then you got to go online and look it up. What is the real flavor of the white mystery? And then it'll tell you. And the reason they do that is so that they get your email so they could send you stuff.
We'll talk about Harry Potter.
Yep.
Talk about baseball game.
Yep.
Talk about movie Jungle Cruise.
Yep. We're on a roll.
Yeah. What else did you do? Anything else?
No, but we need to get in the show subject because we're at 25 minutes already.
So what? And you were worried.
No, well, I didn't realize yeah, it's been a while since we've done you in studio. I forgot that you can make anything take forever.
Yep. That's why the girls like me.
Yeah.
This is why it's for mature audiences. Like make anything last forever. Look, the most important thing.
Yes, is the month of August. I know.
Not the size of the boat. It's the captain of the ship can keep it in the dock long enough for all the passengers to get off.
There you go.
I love that line. But it has started.
It has. The month of August has started.
Today is August 1st. Month. This show will air the day before my birthday on the 7th. But let's see who sent me stuff already. Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals sent me happy birthday.
Yay. Did they send
Celebrate
you free
my birthday? Click below and receive 15% discount at the team shop. Thank you, Arizona Cardinals. Dave and Buster's.
Ooh.
Happy birthday. We hope your birthday week is filled. Birthday week. Hello.
Do you have one down? Do you have one in Vegas? Month,
with a few wins. Here's $10 in free gameplay.
Is there one in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay.
How cool is that?
That's cool.
Target Optical. Celebrate your day. Happy birthday. We got a surprise. Free prescription sunglass lenses with your frame purchase.
Yeah, the frames are the stupid overpriced part.
Yeah.
You know, something that costs $3 to make, they sell them for hundreds. It's just asinine.
It's awesome. So my birthday has started. The birthday month has started. Welcome to August. Welcome to August.
Happy August birthday month.
Thank you. So with that, we have to start out with some cake. I want you to see this. Andrew, check that out.
Too close. Belgium butter waffle.
Belgian.
Check
that out.
Product of Belgium.
These are good. Do you remember Salerno butter cookies?
I certainly do. I used to stick them on my little finger.
Right. These
are waffles.
So they have the texture of the waffle, but the taste of the butter cookie.
Ooh, cool beans. So what do you put on them? Ice cream?
Well, I haven't started experimenting with that yet.
Okay.
I'm thinking whipped cream. I'm thinking Cool Whip.
Because that's what I used to do. I used to take...
I'm thinking ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah. I used to take the Salerno cookies and break them in quarters and stick them in with my vanilla ice cream.
Butter. I could butter a butter cookie. What better way to make a butter cookie better but to add butter to it?
I can't think of anything better at all.
All right.
Now this is kind of funny because this next, our technical first subject, official subject, is something that we talked about over a year ago, not realizing what this was all about.
Yeah. Well, this is great.
We thought it was so cool, just like everybody else thought it was so cool.
Uh-oh.
Spaghettios.
I've lost. There it is. Woo. So, Nicola. No,
Nicola.
not that Nicola.
No, that's Nicola.
The guy who did the electric semi trucks, the electric and hydrogen powered truck startup.
Correct.
They just freed him on $100 million bail Thursday.
Yeah.
After he pled guilty. He pled guilty.
Really? I thought he pled.
He lied about the electric higher powered truck startup, duping novice investors, including some financially struggling people, in looking for income during the pandemic. Trevor Milton, 39, of Oakley, Utah, resigned amidst fraud, calls claims against his vehicles. They said that the truck that they used in the commercial, they just let it roll downhill.
Yep.
And we talked about that.
When it was on stage for the show, they had it plugged in for power.
Yeah. So how crazy is that?
No, he pled not guilty. That's what I thought.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yes. Okay. After pleading not guilty.
Right. Yeah, if he had pled guilty, I don't think they would have let him out on bail.
A video was included in the indictment, along with Milton's explanation that the truck did not drive under its own power because the motors and gears were removed for safety reasons. Okay, if you can't drive a vehicle with gears and motors in it.
Yeah, right.
But whatever.
Something's fishy.
So
and it
crazy.
wasn't the salmon.
Yeah, headquartered in Phoenix, Arizona. So that totally sucks. So I'm glad I didn't invest in that.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I invest in all that kind of stuff. Not.
You don't invest in any stuff. Just invest in the let's invest in the index or communicate with me. I'll send you a link. Again, not investment advice, but I'll give you a link over to crypto.com. And if you stake $4,000, lock up $4,000 for 6 months, you can put cash in there. You got to convert it over to crypto, but it's dollar for dollar. It's dollar crypto, and they give you 12% interest. Where are you getting 12% interest these days in this day and age, boys and girls? And it's dollars
from Steve's house of loaning money.
No, I'm not loaning it. I wish I would loan it to you. I had it, but yeah, how crazy is that? So
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, let me know. And then if you put money in and I put money, or if you put money in, I get money, you get money. I like that.
Money.
So message me. Go over to whathappened.world. I don't plug that enough, so now I'm plugging it like crazy.
Even though it's not down there.
Yeah, it's not down there, but go to whathappened.world and find to contact us and send us a message or get on to the Las Vegas links for Facebook and Instagram, and you'll be able to communicate with me and then see what I'm doing, and then go over find Scott's and do the same with him. And
speaking of messages, do you know what time it is?
Is it that time already? We're skipping all the rest of the stories.
Time. Well, it's past time for it. So,
wow, you're just like you're just looking at the clock. That's all you care about. You don't care about flow of the show. You don't care how things are going.
It did flow. Didn't you notice? You mentioned messages, and this is a genuine positivity message. So,
we got messages on Twitch. Somebody's messaging us on Twitch.
No, nobody's messaging on Twitch today. Although the numbers keep going up and down, which is kind of interesting.
Okay, well, people are coming in and out. Going, what are these idiots talking about?
More than likely, yes.
All right, so am I moving those to the next show then?
Well, or underneath it, we'll see what happens.
Right. Well, now they're moved to the next show.
Okay.
All right, so now we have to stop the show, stop the flow we had, because Scott is all worried about doing something that nobody cares about.
Well, that's true. Nobody cares about, but we have discussed.
Let's see some comments if you care about it.
There is a reason why we only go an hour on the show.
Do you care about the genuine positivity message?
I do, because I wrote it.
Do you? All right, I'm gonna get jacked up on sugar.
Okay.
And you, go ahead.
All right. An afternoon floating in your swimming pool not only relaxes you, but it helps your body produce vitamin D, which is very positive.
Does the floating in a swimming pool help you produce vitamin D or being in the sun?
Well, it's being in the sun, but if you're floating in a swimming pool, even on a cloudy day, the sun is hitting your body. Unless it's an indoor swimming pool. That I didn't mention, but
It's been a nice afternoon out in the sun, outside, floating in a swimming pool, because that'll help your body produce vitamin D.
It does not require the sun to be out. It could be cloudy. It still
Does not require.
You should know.
What if you wear SPF?
You
can wear SPF.
Yeah, if you wear too much of it. Yeah, see, that's one of the things that gets me is that,
you still get vitamin D if you wear SPF.
Yes, but not
Don't know show.
I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. That's why it's a don't know show. I did that because I knew you were typing something. Because every time you type stuff, you get shorter.
What's that? I get shorter?
Yeah, you've shrunk another 6 inches again.
Nice.
I don't know exactly how you do that.
Because nice to know you can shrink 6
Honey, I shrunk the kids.
UVB wavelengths have these specific wavelengths trigger vitamin D production in the skin. Nonetheless, clinical studies have never found that everyday sunscreen use leads to vitamin D insufficiency. In fact, prevailing studies show that people who use sunscreen daily have maintained their vitamin D levels.
Interesting. So it saves your skin from burning and potential skin cancer, but it's still the UV rays still allow you turns your body into a vitamin D machine.
And Harvard Education says that as a practical matter, very few people put on enough sunscreen to block all UVB light, or they use sunscreen irregularly. So sunscreen's affecting your vitamin D might not be that important.
Right.
So they don't know.
Which is why they should be on our show also.
Again, don't know show. Just going to show you they don't know as much as we don't know. Nobody knows.
Now,
Crazy.
you did ask earlier if there was anything else interesting we did this weekend, and we did something that we've been doing frequently most Sundays, and it sort of goes along with this next show subject.
Next commercial.
We went to...
What's our next commercial, Scott?
That would be awesome. We need commercials, don't we?
Okay.
So anyway, we went to Chili's for lunch as usual.
Did you go to Chili's?
Yep.
Today?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
And the bartender that took over from the original bartender that was there forever.
Was replaced by the tipsy bartender that I showed last week?
No, but close. She was back from her vacation in Mexico, and she comes up to us and she says, "We only have 2 cooks today, so it might be a little slow on getting food out here." And of course, we support them anyway because they're good people. So we ordered our lunch. It took 45 minutes to get served. It's like, holy shit. It's really bad. So I understand why this California restaurant has hired a robot to serve food. It makes sense to me.
So this is out of curiosity. Is it really a robot, or is it just a tray that runs around?
Okay.
Because it looks like a bunch of trays that just go around. You still got to pull the tray off, right?
I'm assuming that is correct. So I don't know why they're calling it an actual robot, except...
Well, it is a robot because it does go to your table.
Right.
I mean, that's how the Yobot.
Yo.
That's how the robots at Amazon work.
Yep. It's also
they just
how
pick
the
up
robot
the stuff and
delivering pizzas work.
The robot from Pizza Hut.
I don't know if it's Pizza Hut, but there's a couple pizza places that are doing it. And now Domino's is doing it. They have
So you put it on a tray and then it rolls over to your table.
Yes.
But then you have to take it off.
So,
the
but
table
just like everybody else,
patio.
I press
go.
This is another thing that really has me baffled. I'm not saying this is a political statement because, we don't talk about politics, but we watched the news today and they're talking about all these people that are going to get evicted because they don't have any income. And yet there's such a shortage of employees out there. Just about everybody's freaking hiring. So if everybody's hiring, why aren't they making money? Pay their rent.
If we don't recommend this because it's a depressing thing. But if you want to get depressed, search up the Great Resignation. They have named this people not wanting to go back to work. And I really don't even want to talk about it. But it's called the Great Resignation. And it's about how people would rather do without and stay at home than go to work and thrive and try and do stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Kind of crazy.
I mean, I understand the initial thing because a lot of the people, when we got slammed, when everything opened up, the one thing everyone is saying is they're not ready to go back to work yet because since they weren't spending their money during the pandemic, they were just now they're going to go out and do shit before they have to go back to work because once they go back to work, they're afraid they won't be able to get vacation time for a while. So that's I understand that part. Okay. Susie's been working. I've been working. You've been working. A lot of people have been working through this whole thing. We would like some time off now. So please go back to work so we can get some time off.
Yeah. Let's see if
the grocery packing warehouse in the south.
Okay, good.
Folks have ordered their groceries online, and instead of people walking,
I don't think this is a news, so I'm going to try showing this on there.
Okay.
All right. So that's one robot in a restaurant that runs around and does stuff. I am now going to show you.
Yes, please.
A bunch.
Yes, Steve, please show us.
Of robots. Here we go.
up and down the aisles of a traditional grocery store to pick up items, these little devices move more than 1 million items every day between them. Instead of trying to build machines that fit into a world designed for humans, this entire facility, the size of 7 football fields, is custom built to make this as efficient as possible. I cannot get across on camera just how incredibly large this whole place is. The top speed of those boxes is about 14 kilometers an hour, and they pass within 5 millimeters of each other when they move. So, how many robots are there in the hive? Well, that depends on how you count them.
What you're looking at behind me is the hive. We've got the grid, which is the metal structure. It's filled with products. So that product is housed within what we call totes, or these open boxes that you can see at the top of the grid. We have around 2,300 bots, and they move the stock around the warehouse so that we can pair it up with customer orders to be delivered. The bots will move in the X and Y direction. They can also move in the Z direction. So we have a cable hoist system that means that they can lower down a gripper assembly and grab onto the stock that we have in the grid. In some areas we have as deep as 21 totes all in a line. We have sensors underneath the bot that mean that every time it passes over one of the squares on the grid, it has a laser underneath it that can tell when it moves over that cell. So it will say, I've passed a cell, I've passed a cell, I've passed a cell.
So there's a problem with that. In the warehouse in England, 3 robots ran into each other.
Yes, which isn't supposed to be able to happen.
And when they ran into each other, they started on fire.
Yeah, which is not a good thing.
So,
fortunately, it was mostly smoke damage, but still, there was damage.
Yeah, so it shut it down. So much for your robots in the restaurants.
Yeah,
you only have 1 because if you have 3, they're going to crash.
That's a good idea though.
They had to.
That you only have 1. That way, they have to hire more humans.
Yeah, it's a UK grocery service. Ocado. So there you go. See, so even robots can not do good.
Yes.
Hey, isn't this one article old, or is this another one?
The one that you just put in here? Yes, we talked
the
about
pilots. The pilots in Los Angeles warning after
we talked about this before, but I don't think it was Los Angeles. I think this was somewhere else, and now
I thought it was L.A. and I didn't catch the guy. So is this again?
It might. Yes, again. It's probably you're right. I think it's the same guy, and they're trying to catch him.
I think it's again. There were no unusual spots on the radar. Whether possible comes a video captured in December shows something resembling a man wearing a jetpack flying over Los Angeles.
Right.
So yeah, LAX, Los Angeles, they're in the same place.
Yep. So now here's what I don't understand. I realize that there is some open area around LA, but LA itself is fairly populous. How the hell do you take off in a jetpack without anybody noticing you?
People don't care, don't pay attention.
Okay, I can get that. New York used to be like that.
Right? Nobody
probably still is.
Nobody cares, nobody watches. You know.
I don't know. If I saw a guy take off in a jetpack, I'd be talking about it because I think it would be cool. And I tell freaking everybody.
That's because you have a show and they don't. And you're looking for things to talk about on your show.
Okay, I suppose that's true.
I mean, there's a lot of things that, you and I would do that other people wouldn't do, including skills.
Yes, that's very true.
Including skills that you don't have to put on your resume anymore. So here's some outdated skills they say not to put on your resume.
Okay.
First one, typing speed.
Yes.
Well, I could type 200 mistakes a minute, so beat that.
Exactly. And here's what I don't understand. You still do data entry, which is technically still typing. Even though it's a keyboard and not a typewriter, it's still typing. So why would that not count?
What, typing speed?
Does it have a different name instead
What?
of typing when you're on a computer?
So you're talking about data entry or you're talking about typing?
Data entry.
Yeah, but data entry is different than typing. Right?
When you do data
that's
entry,
how many
you're still
cells you
typing.
could fill.
Okay, I understand. Right. Whereas typing, you're actually doing sentences.
You could be doing Word,
okay. Yep,
Publisher,
I get it. Okay.
web pages, and screw those up.
Yep.
Whereas data entries is usually working with Excel sheets.
Okay.
But they say, guess what? Don't need to put data entry on your resume either.
Okay.
Unless you're specifically looking for a job.
Data entry position.
They're industrial specific. So yeah. So data entry is like the 10th thing you don't need to put on there. Word processing. See, word processing you would not have to put the term word processing.
Okay.
Nobody does that. Filing. Filing. Nobody does filing anymore. Everything's going electronic. We're trying to get everything off paper and onto electronic.
Yep.
And then this is just a generic one. Outdated technology. Anything that's outdated, don't put on there. I know how to use a rotary phone. Like telephone. I can operate a multi-line switchboard.
What really baffles me is I haven't had a fax machine in like 8 years, and I still have certain companies asking me to fax them information. It's like,
we don't even have a fax. Yeah, just go to eFax, create your free eFax, and do it there. Or there's some other fax where you can send faxes from your computer.
Right.
You just send it that way. But yeah, faxing, knowing how to use a fax machine. You need to know how to do email and email a fax. But there are still some companies. Yes, it's crazy. And if you put it on your resume, you should be good enough to go to Google and figure out how to send one if somebody does ask you.
Yes.
Nobody researches anymore. They do Google searches. So research is out. But telephone, email, you don't have to say that you're fluent in email. They expect you to be. And if you're not, you should be working on certain jobs.
Okay.
So, yeah, you need to. Unless the job specifically says it, you should learn how to use your email.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the 10 things that you should put on.
I got another thing we'll talk about after the next subject.
Why do we got to wait for the next subject?
Well, yeah, it sort of goes along with this. All right. More and more, especially since the pandemic has opened things up, we're getting people who don't have checking accounts. They want to pay with Venmo or Zelle and stuff like that. And
oh, really? For you guys?
Yes, which we can't take because our bank won't do it. They says
really?
Yes. If you are
wow.
If you're doing it personally, they'll do it for personal, but they won't do it for businesses. And literally this past summer, just in the last couple of weeks, I've had 5 different people get all upset because I couldn't take Venmo. It's like, this is a business. I do it with other businesses. Okay. I'm sure Starbucks and stuff like that probably takes it because that's the type of business structure they have. And they're probably doing everything through corporate. You know what I mean? Not through the
Well, they're
local
bigger than
bank.
you, but
Yes.
but it says that businesses can take Venmo, so it's just your bank, right?
Yes, because of the fees that are involved in it. If you're
Gotcha.
personal, I guess the fee is very small. But if you're a business, it's much larger, and the banks don't want to deal with that crap because not only do they, because they have to pay it also, not just you.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to see for Venmo for businesses. Here we go.
And I get it.
Except
because,
Venmo business payments. Do
You know, it's
do
one-
business with Venmo. Accept Venmo online. So you can do it online. Venmo profile. Venmo apps.
yeah, I did a little bit of research into it. And that's the
You
other
don't
problem
know.
with
You don't
e-services. You cannot get a hold of real people anymore. You have to fill out their forms and then they form back to you. It's
Right.
like, you know, I'm working 12 to 16 hours a day, depending on the day, trying to keep going because there's no help. I don't have time to sit at a computer and be on hold for 45 freaking minutes waiting to talk to somebody.
Online purchases, there are no fees for online purchases. Sending money is 3%. Adding money to your account, no fees. Adding money using a check cash feature, that's fees. Transferring money, buying or selling cryptocurrencies. Ooh, fees all over that, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't say. It doesn't say how much they charge to. How do you receive Venmo for business?
Good question. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
It doesn't say how to accept Venmo payments here. It doesn't say what the fees are. Pretty sneaky on their part that they don't list it on their page. I'm calling you out on this Venmo. Business profiles. You're going to get discovered. Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say how much. Touch-free transactions. Keep more of your money. We want more of your hard money. Get started with now no setup fee, low transaction fees of 1.9 plus 0.1 plus enjoy no monthly fees. Wow. Okay. That's a lot.
See, it's one of the
No, it
reasons why we
doesn't
don't
say.
take credit cards because,
Because of the
when you get
fees.
right, the fee,
Well, some
our
people take
markup
it, but you
margin
got to
is
pay
so
the
small.
additional. You got to pay the additional 3 or 6%, depending on what the
Correct.
credit card charges you.
That's becoming more popular, more prevalent. So I'm considering doing that too. But
So, yeah,
I've
you
had
definitely
a
could do
trouble
that.
with my PayPal. PayPal said that I'm not the real owner of Y Drive. And it's like,
How's that?
apparently, when I purchased the company 15 years ago and everything was transferred over to me, they never filled out the one form that also took the LLC ownership out of a partnership to me. So my EIN number was not matching. So
Wow.
I ended up having to create a new EIN number after having the same one since the beginning of time. So now my taxes are going to be all messed up.
Yeah.
So I can't take PayPal because they shut my PayPal account down until this gets resolved.
Jeez.
So
That's
that's what
crazy.
we're going to be doing is we're going to let people pay us through PayPal, but if they use a credit card, it's an additional percentage that they have to pay.
Right. Yeah, because they're paying on PayPal.
And the part that's really stupid is you have to pay PayPal the
Right.
percentage of the percentage.
Right. Yeah, they take their percentage off the total, and then they take the percentage out from the total to go to the credit card company.
Yep.
They don't
Very
take their
annoying.
percentage out of what's left after the credit card company.
So yeah, it's very, very frustrating.
It is frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Money's frustrating.
So, but we need it.
We should start. No, we don't. We should start an investment club. We should buy places and rent them out as Airbnb. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Well, I know people that do that, and all they do is bitch all the time about how bad people are inside their places.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what do they think they're doing in there?
Yeah. Well, here, you know that we pick people up and take them out partying in our buses.
Right.
Okay.
They puke in your bus.
When I bring them back to these bed and breakfasts and rentals and stuff like this, you know that the percentage is very high that somebody's going to puke inside that facility.
Right.
And I realize there's cleaning and damage deposits, just like I charge at these places. So a lot of times these people lose their deposits, but still that means how many times somebody has to go in there, and it's a pain in the ass to clean up.
Times. Well, that's why you got to charge enough to have the cleaning crew go in there and do it.
Yes. But sometimes these guys get really stupid, and then you got to take them to court when they break shit because they're too drunk.
Yeah.
Hotels, they deal with us all the time. It's built into their business plan, operating costs, right? They know that X amount of dollars every year is going to go to fixing stuff. And of course, they keep your credit card on file. So let's say instead of just a little bit of damage, you do something really stupid like start a fire in the room and you cause $30,000 worth of damage. Yes, the insurance is going to pay a big chunk, but trust me, they're going to charge you for a lot of that stuff.
They're going to come after you?
They do.
And you know that because you've had to go after people, or they've come after you?
Neither. But, me, I talk to people all the time. So I make friends with management at any resort that I go to, every single one, and we get to chatting about stuff. Especially if I see somebody having a bad day because they're dealing with a stupid customer. You know what I mean? When that customer walks away, I walk up to the manager and I try to make him feel better because that's just me. And I explain, hey, I get it. I'm in the service industry also. I've got my entertainment company, my party list company, blah, 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 blah. We deal with all this shit all the time. I get it. Do you need any help? And I've actually, on my vacation, helped them fix stuff because it's just me.
I like that. I like that about you.
Can't help myself.
Yeah. All right. And you can't help yourself in Guinness World Book of Records either.
I know. I wasn't going to do it. And I said, wait a minute. It's a world record. And it's really a huge jump from the original world record.
So why don't you explain what this world record is while I see if I can find a video we can use.
Okay. Basically, for those of you who play, we call it ping pong, but in the world, like the Olympics and stuff, they call it table tennis. All right. For most of you, if you've ever watched the Olympics guys play, it's not like we do at home where it's click, 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 click. These guys go wham, wham, wham. They're standing 10 feet back from the table, whacking the ball that far, right? Apparently, there was a world record for the, I guess they call it the longest serve, distance serve, okay?
It's hard to get a ping pong ball to go that far.
Correct.
And how far did he have it go?
Okay, the previous record was 14 feet 9 inches. Okay,
14 feet.
Right, that's pretty far for a ping pong ball.
7 yards.
Yes. Now,
no, 3 feet in the yard.
3 feet in the yard. 14
That's
feet.
not 7.
Well, 12 feet is 4 yards.
Yeah.
So just short of 5 yards. Just short of 5 yards, because 15 feet would have been 5 yards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the difference. This is how good this guy is. Just so you know, he was a competitive table tennis player back in the day. All right. 51 feet 1 inch. How the hell do you get a ping pong ball to go 51 feet and 1 inch?
So what you're saying is the previous record was 14 feet 9 inches.
Yes.
And this guy just getting the Guinness World Book of Records just went a couple of inches past that.
Just a couple, yeah.
From 14 feet 9 to 51?
Yes. Is that not absolutely insane?
That's more than 3 times as far.
Yes.
Show doesn't even know how far that is. Again, how do you get a ping pong ball to go that far?
And here's the thing. He did it 3 times.
He did it 3 times, or it took him 3 times to get it, or he had to do it 3 times for
he
it.
Did 3. Well, that's what you got to do. And the final attempt, his third one, ended up being 51 feet 1 inch.
Wow.
Now, I think we talked about this on a previous show. When you're doing these world records, not all of them, because some of them are one and done, but a lot of these, you have to do it in a series repetition type thing so that it's not considered a quote unquote fluke. Although it would seem to me that if you do it once, even if you only do it once, it's still a record. Because, if you're in the Olympics and the guy breaks the record, he broke the record. Whether, Oh, wait a minute. Except that if they do it during trials, I don't know if that counts or not.
Me either. So there's a TV show on called Small Fortune.
Okay.
And they play these little games, like they're mini games. They're like, like miniature sub things. You got to like fly an airplane into a hangar. It's a little paper airplane. You got to land into the hangar. But
okay.
You can practice. So it starts off like the first one's 10,000. And then if you want to practice again, they take another 2,000 off. Then it's worth 8,000. Then it's like, but every time you go, you get one practice for free from the beginning, but you can't make any money out of it.
Right.
What they should say is, okay, if you make it in your practice, you get like one above the halfway point. So, let's say it's 10,000. So it goes 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and then 0, right? So if you make it on your practice, now you can take it and have the 4, or you could play the game and try and get 10. And then if you don't make it, you can then practice one more time and do it for 8.
Right.
But they don't let you take the money if you get it in on your practice. And I think they should change that rule, because that would make it more interesting, because a lot of people almost make it on the practice. They go, okay, you can take half the money.
Yeah.
But they don't. It's a fun show. You should watch it. Called Small Fortune with Little Rel. Get it? Little Rel.
I get it.
Lil Rel. That's his name. That's his real name. Lil Rel. Oh. One last thing. It's coming up. When is it? CSI Las Vegas, which is the original CSI.
Right.
Which got canceled in 14, I think.
Okay.
Is coming back.
Really? Original crew?
I don't know. Don't know show.
Dang. Yeah, see, it's a problem with not knowing stuff.
But Murray Sawchuk. Okay, so sequel to the American Forensic Crime Scene Investigation CSI called CSI Vegas is officially making return for the 2021-22 season, CBS has announced.
Okay.
Here's what we know about it. Do they know anything about it? Murray Sawchuk is going to be in it.
Yeah, apparently the new season starts mid-September for stuff. So
is that when it's coming out? I can't see when it's starting.
I don't know about CSI Vegas, but I know that a lot of the shows that I watch, they all are coming out in September.
The new series, 20th anniversary, last October, plans for COVID. It was supposed to come out last October. 6 episodes. Wow. That's not a lot.
It is. But it's not.
Jerry Bruckheimer. Jerry Bruckheimer's bringing it back, so that's good.
Wow. He's still doing stuff. I thought he retired.
I'm just saying, welcome back, Billy, Jorge, and Wallace. I don't know who that is.
I don't either. I just know welcome back, Cotter.
What time? So October 6th. Vegas will air Wednesdays at 10. Who's the cast? I don't know.
Me neither, because
they're not helping
don't know
with
show
pictures here.
works.
I need pictures.
Yes, if it doesn't have pictures, you don't want to bother reading it.
I don't know who they are. Will reprise their roles as Gil Grissom, Sarah Seidel, and David Hodges.
Okay,
so apparently
the main
Gil
crew is going to
Grissom,
be there.
Sarah Seidel, and David Hodges will be there.
Yep.
William
Okay.
Peterson. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Fox and Wallace Langham. Well, all right.
Cool.
So that could be cool. What else?
That's it. All we got is our word of the week.
Oh, I need to mute that. I'm trying to see. Oh, yeah. So that's Gil Grissom. He's back. That's all I can see so far. Oh, the one girl, Sarah Seidel. Okay, I know who she is. Which character she is. She's back. I don't know who the other guy is. It didn't say. All right. It's a new series. CSI Vegas. Because the original one was CSI. This is CSI Vegas.
Right.
It's the same, but
NCIS Hawaii is coming.
it's the same, but it's different.
Right.
But it's the same.
Works
it's
for
the
me.
same. But it's different.
Okay. Cool.
You know what else is the same but different?
Our word of the week.
That's right. Our word of the week. And what is our word of the week?
It's ambrosial.
And I know what that is.
Me too.
That's when we went to Super Summer Theater to see your good man Charlie Brown, and we were outside, and we had outdoor theater. So we brought with a charcuterie board, and the wine that I had a great ambrosia.
No, it had a. No, okay.
And what that's not ambrosia?
Well, it's similar. It's ambrosial.
What's ambrosial?
Well, it means that it's try this again. Exceptionally pleasing to taste or smell, especially delicious or fragrant, and worthy of the gods divine.
Oh, that's what I said, right?
Well, very similar, yes, except
ambrosia,
ambrosia,
but that's not what it is. It's
right.
What is,
well, ambrosial is used as an adjective, and I believe ambrosia is used as a verb.
Is that a real word though? Or did I
Yes.
just make that up?
I don't put fake words in here.
No, the word I made up.
No, ambrosia is real.
Ambrosia is real?
Yes.
And then what about
And ambrosia, like I said, I'm pretty sure ambrosia is a verb and ambrosial is an adjective. They mean similar things, but they're used differently.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an English major. Damn, you shrunk another 4 inches. This is so weird.
Sorry, I can't. This damn chair. That's why I'm fidgeting this chair. That's why I'm fidgeting this chair during the show.
I'm normally looking up here, and every once in a while I
That's
look down,
Kilroy.
like, what the hell?
I thought it's Kilroy.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. You got to do this when you do that.
Well, I've got to get the green screen moved forward so I can scroll back.
You keep saying that. You know, you've only been saying that for a year.
I say a lot of things. I say I got to get this remote thing working. I say I got to get this working. And yet, here we are.
Do you know what I really need to do? I need to get somebody to take my $3.2 million limousine package special so I can retire.
That'd be nice. What is that? Drive around for a year?
Yeah, no. The deal is you get the full service job, the entertainment for the day, and then you get the business afterwards.
Oh, nice. By the
Yeah,
business.
we handle everything for your one special day, but after that, the whole business is yours.
That's great.
Yeah.
Give you the tour.
The
Give you the
big
keys.
I mean, I'll
You
bring
had the tour. Now here's the keys.
I'll bring the laptop. I'll bring my sound system. I'll perform for them while I'm doing their thing.
Nice.
The whole shot. You betcha.
That's great.
And I came up with another idea to go with what we've been doing, and I'll talk to you about that when we're done with the show.
Cool. All right. So then I've got to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
And hopefully if things settle down a little bit, they say they're going to revisit on the 17th. I might go back outside into the world and expose myself.
okay, yeah, just make sure you wear a trench coat so it looks
trench
more
coat so I can
authentic.
do it the right way. Yep. It'd be hard to get all that. Hold the camera and flash, but I'll try. So go down to whathappened.world. Click on what happened to Las Vegas today.
Yes.
And that's how you connect up to my Facebook and Instagram. So you can see the things that I'm doing, places I'm going.
Exactly.
Go to all the other links, and those are Scott's links. So you can connect up with Scott to see what he's posting. So he needs to start posting more stuff when he's out of those places. Scott.
It's me.
And then, well, just, you know what? Go mask back up while we're dealing with the Delta variant, and live every day. And we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Be crazy. But you still amaze me.